Back when nothing truly mattered and we hadn't had a clue. We fell in to play the game. Nothing would ever be the same. There were times when there was laughter. There were times when there was joy. But they took it all away for the pleasure in our pain. Welcome to our new world. Shine a light on everything. Please don't be scared for what we know. Welcome to our new world. All the lie you tried to hide away from the scars we made. This is your chance to understand we did not design this plan that was built for you. There's nothing you can do. This is my warning, this is your sign that you can't go running high. We will fight for you. You know it to be true. Welcome to our new world. Shine a light on everything. Please don't be scared for what we know. Welcome to our new world. All the liars tried to hide away from the scars we made. From the scars we Welcome to our new world. Shine a light on everything. Please don't be scared for what we made. Welcome to our new world. Shine a light on everything. Please don't be scared for what we made. Welcome to our new world. All the liars tried to hide away from the scars we made. Welcome to Back when nothing truly mattered and we hadn't had a clue. We fell in to play the game. Nothing would ever be the same. There were times when there was laughter. There were times when there was joy. But they took it all away for the pleasure in our pain. Welcome
welcome everyone back to Nerd TV for another RSR Next Generation Cup Series race live from the simulated Watkins Glen International road course here in the parts of New York, northeastern part of the United States. And we saw it this past weekend in the real world. It was an excellent Next Generation and Xfinity race at Watkins Glen. Now it's time for the virtual boys to do it here from RSR. Weather pretty cloudy over here, overcast is what it's got labeled. 81 degrees on the track, 66 in the sky. It's a little bit of a cool afternoon in New York. 90% humidity, 9-mile-an-hour winds. Should not be a factor here this evening. My name is Jeremy Stanley, aka Jay Swifty, and to my right, co-partner slash producer Dustin Loxton, aka Ballistic. What is up this Tuesday evening?
Coming in and throwing a monkey wrench in the plan here, and we're going to throw in some right turns to kind of mix in with the left turns. But you know me, Jeremy, road course racing. I'm just getting introduced to it. I have been having fun with it, but this is definitely one of my favorite tracks to run. I love Watkins Glen. The last time we broadcasted here, there wasn't a bad angle. We caught all the action. There was beef. There was all kinds of stuff. When we watched this and broadcasted and put the production on in another league. So this one can definitely pose and bring some really good racing. And I'm expecting the very same tonight. So we'll definitely have to see how things go. A little different tonight, though. 10-minute qualifying. That's why the timing was a little off from when we come on, because we usually do a 5-minute pre-race show, then go into qualifying. But seeing as qualifying is 10 minutes long, didn't figure you guys wanted to hear us babble on for 10 straight minutes while these guys qualified. 15 to include the pre-race. But nonetheless, Jeremy, pretty excited to see what these boys can do here tonight at Watkins Glen.
What's wrong with us babbling for 15 minutes?
You're not wrong. Not wrong.
I mean, might be a lot of redundancy and pointlessness and this and that, but nah, there's everything wrong with it. I'm actually completely kidding on that notion. Qualifying here, Ryan Bean, fastest, he almost did a full lap. He backed it up and restarted. These guys get 10 minutes in their qualifying session on the road courses. So here's on board the bright orange HendrickCars.com Chevrolet Camaro. Ryan Bean, fastest in practice by 0.2 over his teammate Nathan Campbell, which you can't recognize them because they're different manufacturers now, this and that. And if it's anything like the real race, Dustin, we're going to have a blast calling this thing. The drivers are going to have a blast racing this thing. The people that are watching already 10 live halfway through qualifying, they're going to have a blast watching this thing. I am so looking forward to see how Ryan Bean, Nathan Campbell, and everybody else here tonight in RSR is going to take to this 2.45-mile road course.
Absolutely. And one thing, we have a question to ask, Jeremy. A very serious question that was raised. You brought this to my attention here. And it's on the car of Nolan Potter right now. And what is that question? As you can tell, it's a clown car. I love the creativity, but Jeremy, what is that question?
Nathan Campbell and Nolan Potter both rocking this paint scheme. Simple question. Ask me why I am the stealth bozo of the week. So, I'm guaranteeing you one of these two will be in our top 3. And I would love for our first question to be that question. So, if anyone has any precursor that's watching right now, we got 13 live on air. If you have any insight, please give me a little heads up on what's going on with that. Speaking of the chats, Dustin, we got Michelle Rittenberry. Hey guys, my boy Chris won Sunday, so I was stoked. So now we need Calvin Ruff to win to get another top 5. So no pressure 99, Calvin Ruff, who is Michelle, 2 seconds slower than the fastest practice time tonight.
Yeah, has a lot of work. Fastest practice time right now, Jack Simpson, as you can see on your timing tower, 111.81. Gavin Ruff at a 113.91. So 2.1 seconds off the pace as it sits right now exactly. So he's got a little bit of work to do, but we know that these races are long. We know that incidents happen. People can make up time on the track. whether it's through just consistency or misfortune of other drivers. So we'll have to see what happens there. But Jeremy, some blistering times that we have going on right now. 111.8. Two drivers are in that 111 bracket. That's Simpson and Campbell. We have a number of drivers in the 112 bracket. So that goes all the way down from 3rd down to 13th, going from 112.1 to a 112.9. So times are close. Very fast times tonight for the Space Panda 45 here. But definitely going to have to ask one of those two drivers what is up with that car. I do see 1-800 Gambler on the back too, so I don't know if that's a precursor or a hint at what's going on. I don't know. Maybe they gambled something, maybe pit strategy, and it backfired on them. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Ryan Bean, top of the charts. Jeremy finally went out there and got that clean lap, 111.45. He is almost 4/10 faster than Jack Simpson. So a lot of race though. 45 laps, a lot can happen, Jeremy, in 45 here at Watkins Glen.
What a bunch of bozos that race over at Stealth. Can you believe that?
It's a very creative car though. I love the polka dots on it. I love Bozo the Clown on the hood. They even have Bozo the Clown standing up on the side panel as well. So hey, you know what? I love the creativity. I love when drivers have fun with stuff like that.
I'll take it, man. Maybe they'll tie for being the biggest bozo of the night. We'll figure that out. We got just under 2 minutes left. Michelle, I see you traveling to Bristol right now, so safe travels the entire trip there. It's going to be a great weekend for you over there. And then we're going to take a little quick commercial. We got a minute and a half left. And then once the guys hit the grid, we'll go back live and give you the starting order. So stay tuned. And back to full screen here. 5 seconds left. I'm still stuck on my Wordle guess. 5 out of 6 for today. So that's that. And qualifying's over. Ryan Bean almost had Jack Simpson with the spoiler here. Still relatively new to RSR. Try to get the pole. Ryan Bean said, nope. Gonna run that 11.456 and take that top spot. Things are inverted. You fill the car on the right-hand side over the passenger tire, and you start to the right-hand side because you turn right majority of the time here. It's a clockwise track, and so the inside lane is the right side. And here we go. Space Panda 45 starting lineup. Ryan Bean, P1 to his outside. Jack Simpson, row 2, you're going to find Nathan Campbell in 3rd, Gino Merrill in 4th. Row 3, Harold Watkins in 5th place, Corey Denk in 6th. Row number 4 is going to be Timothy Watson in 7th, Richie Coy in 8th. Row number 5, Zach Strenthenall in 9th. Christopher James, top 10. Row 6 will be Travis Strogeny, and to his outside, the 34 of Nolan Potter, first bozo of the week. Row number 7, Dwayne Furtick in 13th. Brian Fine in some new paint job colors will be starting in 14th. Row 8's Justin Hendry in 15th, Alexander Hodge in 16th. 17th place, Dalton Wicker. 18th, Calvin Ruff. 19th, Scott Shive. 20th place, Gage Wenzel. 21st, Adam Boughton. 22nd, and the last person to post time is the number 4 car of Brock Potter. Everybody else sorted by their I ratings from highest to lowest. So it'll be Bob Fitzpatrick, Brandon Gagnon, Zach Wilson, Jonathan Cogswell, Robert Fitzpatrick Sr., Michael Sheffield, Tony Ludi, Max Cost. That is 30 entries, Dustin. 30 at the road course here. Excellent number. Only 6 away from the actual Cup Series and what they start maximum number wise. So full field, full of talent. 45 laps. Probably gonna see 1 green flag pit stop, maybe 2, probably 2. And turn 1 is gonna be crazy.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be the kicker for tonight. These all these drivers drop the loud pedal there and they hammer down going off into turn 1. It's a very sharp 90-degree right-hander, heavy brake point, and with everybody bunched up, that is going to be the key, which is getting through turn 1. Once you get through turn 1, get down, into turn 2 and through the S's, and then start working on your consistency, your rhythm. This is a very big rhythm track. I mean, it's you fight the track more than you do the actual drivers. You get in a rhythm and you find out that most of the mistakes that are made are because drivers get out of that rhythm throughout. But again, first step, Jeremy, get through turn 1.
Gonna be tricky. You're gonna see 2 wide, 3 wide. They're gonna push wide. I know on the official side, you get a 1x for driving over the entire curb of turn 1 exit. But incident points don't count here. So they can run it way wide up there. I think if you go too wide, you might get the yield penalty. So you don't want to do that, but you're allowed to drop all 4 tires on the left side of the curbing, no problem whatsoever. Of course, don't shortcut the bus stop. You will be heavily fined and a penalty for that. Outside of that, free reign on the track. You can do whatever you want. Here's turn 7. Coming up here, this left-hander. You can go super wide, just don't hit the sand. Way up at the top. Cars will get stuck real easily up there. As you get a nice beautiful shot of these still images around this road course, Watkins Glen International. The virtual fans are excited. We're excited. Pace car is going to come down. 28 Ryan Bean at the throne here. Here we go. Green flag is out. This race is underway. The Space Panda 45. Taking the 28 Ryan Bean, 3 car links into turn number 1. Gonna have an easy approach here into this first corner. Excellent shot. All 3 wide.
Whoa,
here. Tiny
almost
toes.
4 wide.
4 wide. Push Brian Fine way out there. He's way out there. Hopefully he doesn't get the yield penalty. We stay green, no. Great way to file through. And there it is. That's the very famous turn 1 entrance in the Cup Series race at Watkins Glen.
Oh, yeah. Brian Fine was the one that took the most there. He went way wide, Jeremy, and he went from where he started. He is now shotgun on the field all the way in the back. So that just goes to show we got smoke up here. Looks like somebody locking the brakes up, going through the bus stop. We got driver's Burtick cutting the grass there, going through almost 3 wide as we're going through the carousel right now, Jeremy.
Oh, we got Berchie Coy. He's losing it. Hits Furtick.
Oh,
He took
collects
out his
Hodge.
Hodge with him. No full course cautions here
Nope.
tonight. So this is going to be it for those guys, at least for a contention. Unless something drastic happens here. Alexander Hodge getting re-straightened out. There was a lot of chaos there in the bus stop, Dustin.
Oh, there was a lot. As we're sitting here watching, you see Richie going through. He gets back on the throttle, just breaks it loose, goes around. Drivers did a good job. Just clipped Furtick there, but Furtick was able to keep it going. And you see Hodge taking that outside approach, trying to go around, and Richie trying to keep it as centered as possible, and it just looped around, catching Hodge. Both drivers go around there, not the way they want to start. But Jeremy, if something was going to happen, you'd want it to happen on the first lap. That gives you 44 laps to sit here and try to make up that, from that mistake. So not a bad time for it to happen, but if you ask these drivers, they'd much rather have it not happened at all.
Yeah, and I don't know if you can go back to that bus stop. Travis Strogeny was the first person that made contact with Richie Coy. Don't know if you have that as a clickable option. It looks like he does from their TV replay. We'll have to do a little VHS rewind to find all this chaos that happened on the bus stop here.
Oh man.
Rewind here, you got Strengthen on the inside, Coy on the outside. You see the 14 left, right. Coy's trying to make the corner. Travis didn't because his car was all out of shape. He pushes the 19 out. It's going to push Christopher James wide. They go 3 wide through there. And they get real checked up. You see Nolan Potter. He's going to enter back on the track. 25 Furtick. He cuts the grass. So all started with a 3 wide entrance of the bus stop. You're not going to survive that.
No, you won't. That was tough too. Richie locked up the tires through the grass, and Jeremy, that could have played a part in why Richie got loose through the carousel like that, cutting through the grass. Those tires are going to pick up debris from the grass itself, and with no time to scuff them off, going into the corner almost under full load, that could have been something that kind of added to the rear tires breaking loose on the 19 of Richie Coy.
And after 2.5 laps, we are basically all single filed out on the chats. Dustin, you know how to pronounce that name. You did very good last week, so I'm going to let you have at it. But let's go. Let's go Tiny Toes, Denka Wicker. And then
Kelscopoline.
Kelscopoline. Thank you. Kelscopoline. Rooting for Denk and Wicker. And then Brianna Denk, of course. Going with Corey Denk, saying, yes, Tiny Toes. So we got the Tiny Toes crew out there tonight. 2 Pinky Toes in the chat. If there's another one, you can't have a third foot in this thing.
Oh, I bet you some of these drivers probably wish they would have, though, a little extra pressure on the brake pedal. But I tell you what, though, Jeremy, I mean, with everything being what it is, that was a more quiet start for a Watkins Glen race. So we'll just have to kind of see what happens. You see Richie Coy trying to make up some time right now, getting by Kevin Ruff. Ruff out there just trying to log some laps right now, Jeremy. But we see a couple drivers we normally see further up in the standings, kind of riding around in the back, letting what plays out play out. Ruff, Boughton is another one. We see Boughton up there quite often. Ludi is usually up there, top 10, just outside the top 10. He's back there just kind of cruising as well. And Brandon Gagnon also back there. We know Alexander Hodge is usually a threat as well, but he was involved in that carousel incident there, just barely got clipped. So he's pretty well off the pace right now. But, Jeremy, they're all chasing that 28 right now. He is just taking off.
Familiar story, even though it's on a road course. 28 at the throne and got a large lead. I'm going to take this time real quick to thank our series sponsor, BestOne Tire and Service, sponsor of every single Tuesday Cup Series race. So if you're looking for the best automotive repair and tire shop, look no further than BestOne Tire and Service. They help you get new tires, tire repairs, and auto service you need from the people you can trust. So check them out. Go to bestonetire.com, search their nearest location to you, and if they're within the area, I would say maybe within an hour at most, head yourself over to there. They'll definitely take care of you. Kevin Ruff, who works for them, can attest that their service is awesome.
Absolutely. And Jeremy, Dalton Wickers entered pit road. So
Tiny Toe got a fracture.
Yeah, so we had a little off-track incident here. Oh, man, that was way more than an off-track incident. Holy moly, was he just shit-whipped out of next year. Wow.
Yeah, his right toe link is broke.
Is
I'm seeing this
broken.
pit road. It is. His tiny toe is fractured. Let me tell you, it's not gonna be fun to walk on. Yeah, that's kind of weird. It almost looks like on Sunday where William Byron ramped over the right rear of Brad Keselowski. And so his car went airborne for a second. He hits that wall a ton. All 4 wheels come off the ground. He's back on track, Dustin. Surprising. I'm not sure how he got out so quick, but here's another angle of it. Strengthen all a little out of shape. Hits the 17, just little kick flip to Dalton. Bouncy, goosey. Slams that right front right into the tire barriers, which acts like a concrete wall in iRacing.
Yeah, it almost seems like Dalton thought with the run that he had that he was going to clear Schrintenthal before the last exit there on the bus stop, and Schrintenthal was able to actually hold on to it, so it was almost like it was a surprise that the 2 was still there. Clearly, by the way that car popped, and it went two-tire running there for a while. So he is back out, though, Jeremy. Well, I just have to see. But, again, he's way, way off pace right now. So that one definitely hurt that 17 crew and driver Dalton Wicker tonight.
Yeah, really did. So sorry for the Tiny Toes crew that's cheering him on early. You're one driver out of contention, one driver still in it, and that's number 7 of Corey Denk. Car number 7, P7, running up the hill here in turns 2 and 3 at the moment. 11.4 seconds back off of Ryan Bean, who's still putting on that clinic. Got a 3-second advantage over second place. Jack Simpson, you see the 2 cars right behind him. Nathan Campbell, Jack Simpson. These guys are hashing it out here. There's the tail through turn 6, the sweeping carousel. And there's your driver option. You can run it really wide. You can hug the curbing either way. And let's keep an eye on this thing. I think this is going to be a pretty good battle here for the next lap or so.
Yeah, these 2 drivers have been in close proximity now for at least the last 2 to 3 laps. Jack Simpson will stretch it out a little bit. Then Nathan Campbell will draw him back in. This has been a really good battle. And this is for your second spot right now. I mean, clearly Ryan Bean is out to a commanding lead now, almost 3 seconds. But your top 3 right now, 2 of them are playoff drivers, that being Bean and Campbell. And Jack Simpson here trying to spoil the little Stealth Motorsports playoff party here by splitting up the 2 teammates. And he's doing a pretty darn good job of it right now, Jeremy, as the pressures now is just starting to build on from Nathan Campbell.
Putting the pressure on for sure. Into the bus stop here. 1 car length of distance. Going to keep him within 2.
Ooh.
Big out of shape. Jack Simpson saves it. What a hell of a job to keep that car not spinning out. And he's going to recover nicely. He's going to get a good launch off of turn 6 exit. Goes really wide over Nathan Campbell. Doesn't get the advantage on speed. Down the second longest straightaway here. Into turn 7 and into turn 8 to finish this lap off. And they're still hashing it out here. I see Chris Dixon on the YouTube chat saying, let's go 83. Talking about Brandon Gagnon. These things are a lot of fun to watch, he says, and I absolutely agree.
They are. And, I have not been a fan of the Gen 7 cars.
Nope.
But, there are certain tracks where they put on an excellent show. And this is definitely one of those tracks where they seem to shine. But it's no surprise, Jeremy. I mean, these things take a lot of inspiration from the IMSA derived bodies and chassis, which are more the road racing style. So it's no surprise that they do tend to put on a really good show at the road courses. Speedways sometimes is hit or miss, but road courses you can usually get a really good showing from these cars.
Yeah, 100% here. These things are built to be on the roadside, and this is why they're fun to watch, especially at Watkins Glen, where it's a good combination of speed and technicality. Oh, we got the Tidy Toes driver right there trying to get underneath the number 2 of Strengthenol. Had to back it down. And, the car's wrecked, but he was still, looked like he's trying to make the pass effort anyways. Or the 2 was just trying to outdrive him into the bus stop. Either way, he's going to allow the 4 Brock Potter by. Here comes Travis Strojny, who was a part of that lap 1 chaos in the bus stop, as he's trying to tail on and pass 17 to get to the 4. Dustin, we're 9 laps completed into this 45 lap event. A little bit shorter race than what we're typically seeing. So it's a little bit of a little more get up and go for it versus hang back and wait to see what happens.
Yeah, and it's not a bad thing. So the last time that we broadcasted this was 72 laps, Jeremy, which at a road course, especially for the production side, can be so brutal. But 45 laps, it's a good, strong distance. It allows the drivers really to showcase their talents on the road side, because there are drivers that perform better at road courses than they do at a lot of the speedways. And this is their chance to really shine, really showcase what they can bring to the table. So 45 laps is that good distance where they can showcase that. They can have a little bit of fun, and it's not overly overly abrasive on the production side, but Jeremy, it also helps that we had 30 drivers take the grid tonight too, which for a road course, because not a lot of drivers are fans of road courses, so seeing that many drivers there is just a testament to this group of guys here, this series and this league, that they had 30 drivers that showed up gridded to take battle going left and right here at Watkins Glen.
We got a good string of cars right here on your screen, led by the 81. Then you have Scott Shive, Brian Fine, Jonathan Cogswell, Kevin Ruff, all nose to tail here for 17th through 20th. Not really high up on the pylon per se, but still providing an excellent race here for the cameras to pick up on. And a lot of other drivers, Dustin. They're check this out for measure here. 5th place, Timothy Watson, is 11 seconds back. That just goes to show you how strong this top 5 is tonight. And if you go back even to 10th place, 26 seconds. That's almost a third of the entire lap time here at Watkins Glen. And that's in your top 10. So it's just, it's a fun track, it really is. But at the end of the day, you get your iRacing iFlag track map on your left-hand side because we're talking about it. Remember, there's no cautions, so what it is what it is. We've only seen a couple cars go out of whack. A lot of this other spread outness is just purely based on speed.
Yeah, and it is. Like I said, it's a rhythm track. You know, drivers just need to get into that rhythm. They just need to keep going, keep ticking away as it goes. And, you know, it's amazing how well these drivers can get into it and can complete stuff like this on a very consistent basis like that. And it doesn't take much, Jeremy. Just a little slip up can get a driver out of the mindset of what's going on. We got some action going on the track here. We're going to have to take a look and see what took place. This was Adam Boughton. What happened to Mr. Boughton here? Going off into turn 1. He goes off. Oh, man, locked it up. Oh, big out of shape. Wow.
Did not see that on my screen. That is a huge hit for the 94.
It was, too. So he comes in, and he comes in super hot, Jeremy, because you can see these rotors as he goes into turn 1. These rotors are lit up. I mean, they're hot, and you can see the weight shift. He goes left, goes right. There's already a little smoke there, so I'm kind of wondering what took place just in front of him. We're going to take one more peek at this here and see if we can't see what Adam Boughton saw. I'm kind of wondering what that smoke was. There's cars entering turn 1 right now as they're going in. One went wide, but man, yeah, that he just applied the brakes, Jeremy. He's almost like the brake bias. A little too much front brake on that one there. Not enough rear, and it just hooked it.
A little vice versa on that.
They're a little vice versa, sorry.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. A little too much rear brake. And,
I don't math very well all the time. My bad.
It's okay, man. It's okay. It's like driving a front wheel drive versus a rear wheel. It's all backwards in that case. So
you knew what I meant.
I had to educate the fans that are watching. We got 15 people watching right now.
Hey,
describe this Gen 7 car.
Thank you. For the record, they don't show up for my accuracy in racing, statistics or my racing etiquette or anything else, or even car knowledge. It's my production work. I'm just throwing that out there.
And they don't show up for my voice either, so not sure where the equilibrium is here. We got another replay.
Scott Shive, what happened here? Going through the bus stop again. This has been a trouble area for a lot of drivers and just hit that hump. Oh, and this is going to be a hard impact. Oh, man. All 4 tires off the ground. That was heavy impact there.
That is insane. The amount of issues for single cars here tonight. I expected turn 1 or lap 1 to be crazy, but you see the bump. And remember, the next gen has a stiffer suspension. They flattened out those curbs in the bus stop this year, but you still saw how bumpy it was going through there. And just a little too strong on the left rear tire. Kicked it sideways, and that was all she wrote for the 81.
Yeah, and again, That bus stop has been the bane of a lot of drivers tonight. I mean, we've seen some pretty big accidents already take place there. The other one involving Dalton Wicker and Zach Schrententhal going through there. We've seen Richie Coy entering the bus stop in that 3-wide situation, caused that lap 1 incident there, was contact between him and Strajny that ended up him losing it in the carousel. So bus stop tonight, Jeremy, seems to be the Achilles heel. It's not turn 1 like we always warn people to prepare for, but it definitely seems like it is that bus stop that is the struggle bus point for a lot of these drivers.
The struggle bus stop.
That's
I
right.
made it too easy for me.
See, I set you up, man. That's my job as an analyst, man. I set you up.
I did. You did a very good job, and I took it, and we ran with it, and it worked. So I want to take our time here to thank one of our commercial-less sponsors. You know who it is, Dustin. Black and Gold. Load them up. Dusty Pete's Gifts and Collectibles. So if you want to up your nerddom for anything with NASCAR diecast, action figures, Funko Pops, collectible trading cards of all kinds, thousands of comic books to choose from. And they're all local to the Watkins Glen track. They're based out of New York. This track's in New York, so give them a little shout out.
The
there.
owner was actually at Watkins Glen this past weekend for the Cup race.
He was.
Yes.
And he even had our shirt in the crowd. So, with that being said, we got to shout him out. We can't just leave him hanging there. So DustyPete's.com. Head there now. You're seeing this crazy race on the track, but as soon as it goes back to maybe a little bit more mellowed out, DustyPete's.com should be your next visit in your browser. Super Nerd at checkout will save you 15% off your online order of $20 or more.
Yeah, you got it right, my man. Yeah, Dustin Sorber, super cool guy. You want to talk about somebody who fits in with the nerds. That's why he's a Nerditudes nerd. Love hanging out with that guy. Super awesome. And he's definitely one that loves racing, loves anything nerd, and always has supported Nerditudes. So it was awesome to have him out at the track there. He did say he was going to try to get on TV. I didn't get a chance to watch to see if he made it on TV or if he was going to try any crazy antics, hopefully not running out trying to get a signature from a driver while they were stopped on the track. Kind of throw back to the crazy drunk guy trying to get Matt Kenseth's signature way back in the day. But nonetheless, he was there, so I hope he had a good time. Well-deserved for Dustin Sorber. But this racing, Jeremy, on the track right now, Fitzpatrick Jr. right now, side by side with the 36 gauge Wenzel. Richie Coy behind him trying to figure out which way to go. Brian Fine behind all three of them trying to figure out. Coy's going to elect to go to the outside of turn 1. Don't know how well this is going to go. Wenzel on the inside. Fitzpatrick Jr. drifts up, gets loose, able to keep it off the cars, but everybody scrambles as they dive it off into 2.
2 wide up to the top of the S's here. Richie Coy trying to make the pass. Bob going to give him a little bit of a fight.
Oh!
So Brian Fine turned by Kevin Ruff, and there she goes. Oh my gosh, even more. The 80 car, Jonathan Cogswell KO'd. Brian Fine, well, the car's not in fine shape anymore. That thing is toast as well. You see the suspension completely destroyed. And this all started by just looks like a bump that was not intended for to the back of the 57. And we're going to go Nerd TV replay and take a look. There's the contact. Hooks him. Kevin, I don't know if your nose was clear or not. Not in the road course textbook. But makes the contact. Brian Fine, of course, lost control. Bam! Look at Kevin drifting the thing. And then Dustin, look at this.
Oh, poor Cogswell, man. Just wrong place at the wrong time on that one. Was just out there driving. And through no error of his own, gets collected up in that situation. And Jeremy, that's a tough situation. Like you said, road course rules definitely not clear on this one. You can see he's already making contact right there, and that's already offsetting it. So yeah, definitely not a good car placement there for the 99 of Kevin Ruff. I cannot imagine that the 57 is going to be too pleased with that one there, because again, they were all just out there running. And there wasn't anything that Brian Fine could have done differently to prevent that from happening. Jeez, man, look at the hit that Cogswell did. You couldn't see that from the initial view because Brian Fine's car was blocking it, but Cogswell just heavy impact.
Yeah, it looked like Calvin tried doing a little bit of a crossover maneuver there, but even if he was clearing up the... Oh, there's 57 again. He's real slow. That thing is brutalized. Trying to get the thing to pit. You see the right front just turned into the left. Doesn't matter if he's turning right. He's going to park this thing and call it good for this evening for the Space Panda 45. He's going to need to take some of that after he parks this thing.
Oh, definitely. You ever wonder maybe that's why they, the title sponsor for tonight's race is Space Panda? For certain situations, I think that is like the best sponsor placement for a road course or a short track is Space Panda with their Delta 8 and Delta 9 products.
Local business, maybe they sometimes don't put money into marketing, but the companies that make it out have good marketing. And so when you market a combination of a sponsor like that with a track like this is how you sell product, ladies and gentlemen. So 26 laps to go. Just approaching the halfway mark here in the next few laps. We're going to cut this thing right down the middle, just about. We're going to go picture in picture. We'll be back before the stops for the green flag. I had that backwards. For the green flag pit stops for your race leaders. We'll be right back. Welcome back to full screen here. Pit road is absolutely busy here. Ryan Bean leads the top 6 down pit road this time, plus quite a few others. You saw Brian Fine trying to make another lap. That thing is destroyed. He parks it once more. See Alexander Hodge, he's leaving his stall. Tiny Toes driver Corey Denk, he's out and about. There goes Nathan Campbell. Jack Simpson, busy on lap 24, which is just past the halfway mark in the Space Panda 45, so no surprise to see everybody filing in. Christopher James, Travis Strajny, Richie Coy, they're all in as well. This is the whole field basically in 2 laps, Dustin.
Oh, yeah, everybody hit it. We passed that halfway mark, and it actually started with Dwayne Furtick and company, that battle we were watching before the camera switched over to see what Brian Fine was doing as he was trying to nurse that thing around for another lap. They that whole group actually came in and started the pit road sequence there, and then the floodgates opened, Jeremy, and here came everybody. As we're cycling through right now, Ryan Bean loops it in turn 7, tries to get it going again. Gino Morrow, and Alexander Hodge looping it in front. Oh my, what is going on? Turn 7, man, did they just throw some oil slick down over there? What's going on? And then Watkins has to go evasive maneuver wide as Hodge tries to get it going. What just happened?
Chaos corner, turn 7 on lap 25. All started with Ryan Bean going for a slip and slide, and somehow another solo spin. And the same, Christopher James. Heavy contact to the left front. Destroy. That's the 3rd car to smash that outside wall here tonight. Only 25 laps in. Heartbreak for the 21, having a decent run tonight.
Yeah, and we're going to go back and watch Ryan Bean as he went into that corner. And there you go. You see, he sat here and spun. And then at the very same time, Alexander Hodge is coming in the corner. And he goes, hey, that looks like fun. Let's do it. Somehow, Dalton Wicker gets by. And who was that? Was that Nolan Potter that just sneaked by as well? Sneaked. I said sneaked, not snuck. Snuck by. My gosh. See? These guys get the action going, and I just all of a sudden can't talk.
It's okay. It's okay. You know who can talk? Thomas Pope. He's got a poem that he wrote for us. He may never win or never shine, but I'm still pulling for Brandon Bodine. There you go.
Well done.
With the comment of the day.
That is the comment of the day. We sit here and give that away. And look at that. See, he's got me rhyming too. My goodness, man. Thank you, Thomas Pope. Oh, man, love you guys. I love when the guys get, everybody starts chatting. Yeah, we have too much fun up here.
That's the best poem I've seen on our chats all year long here mid-September in 2024. And chaos around the track. This is their battle for 3rd place and 2nd place. Gino Mero has taken the race lead momentarily because of the slide slew. Here we go. We're going to backtrack in here. Jackie boy, don't do it. Good save.
Almost had it saved too.
Wow. He had it and then he didn't.
Oh, man. These drivers, Jeremy, have been struggling since getting fresh tires put on these cars. That we haven't seen that many spins, and from a lot of them from your top 10 drivers at all this entire race, and they come out with fresh tires, Jeremy, and it's almost like they just sat here and put, slicks on there and, greased them up and said, all right, have fun.
This is why I said Watkins Glen's going to be a blast. And we're getting a mix of everything. Cars up off 4 wheels, almost flipping. We've seen solo spins. We've seen some massive slides through corners, like with Ryan Bean a few laps ago in turn 7. And also Adam Boughton in turn 1 about 15 laps prior. We're cycling through the field a little bit here. Here's a good little battle. Nathan Campbell, Bob Fitzpatrick. Not for position, but nonetheless. They're going to get cleared there. 28, though, is for position. This is still 2nd and 3rd. Gino Mero holds a 3.5-second lead over these 2 gentlemen right here.
Yes, he goes off into turn 7. Treacherous turn 7 as we're going to start calling it. And he gets a little squirrely there. but is able to hold on to it. But yeah, he's pushing it, Jeremy. That car there does look a little unstable, especially through turn 7 and 8 there. There was a lot of wobbling back and forth in that as he was decelerating and accelerating going through, and even off into turn 1 there. So definitely something to kind of keep an eye on. And every time he does that, it does scrub speed off and allows these two drivers here to catch back in. And Jeremy, they're not holding back. I mean, even though they're teammates, like, they are nose to tail here, and they're not stopping.
Yeah, absolutely not. A little issue from the 45 allows the 28 Ryan Bean to get side by side to the bus stop. Will we see more chaos, or are we going to see the 45 give way?
He gives way.
He does. Right to his teammate. Doesn't want to be the bozo out of these two groups, or these two cars here.
I still want to know why Campbell and Potter are the Stealth Motorsports bozos. We've got to ask. At least one of them has to finish podium, so you can ask that ever important question, because it's been bugging me this whole time.
Well, the way he's running third place, I think that's going to be just fair. Is we got Scott Shive back on the camera here, turn 1, Nerd TV replay. And we're going to go wide, slippity slide. Here we go. He's going to lock it down. No wall contact for the 81. But, yeah, that's about 3 or 4 cars now, Dustin, we've seen go way wide in the corner.
Wide, slippity slide. I love it. Dang it, Pope. See what you started, my guy. I love it. You have to sit here. That's your job. You have to get us going like that every single week now. Every Tuesday here for the BestOne Cup Series presented by RSR, because we're having entirely way too much fun, if that's even possible.
Nope, not possible. We're doing this for you guys, and that's it. So why not have some fun with it while we're, Paulie's a great track action. Commentators are not so much. So we're stepping up our game here, having a little bit of a laughter at the road course at Watkins Glen. 17 laps to go. Furtick all over the map. He is working that wheel heavily up to the hill. Now he's going to be on the flat down the long back straightaway here. Heading off into the bus stop, which I still don't know why they don't count this as multiple corners. I don't know. They count this as turn 5, believe it or not, all of it. That's definitely 3 sets of corners right there, but that's neither here or there. But that's the second trickiest part of the track tonight, it looks like.
It is. It's like that bus stop has been giving people fits, but almost not near as much as turn 7, which they're getting ready to dive off into right now. This turn 7, we've seen so many cars break loose there and get collected. It's been pretty bad. And Jeremy, we talk about Watkins Glen. And thank you, Pope. I appreciate that. Pope says, love listening to y'all, so I appreciate it. That makes one of us. But we haven't seen a bad race at Watkins Glen, Jeremy, at all this season that we broadcasted. It seems like every time we come here, this track does not disappoint at all. And they've been putting on one hell of a show tonight. But I tell you what, Gino Morrow still out front. Still leading the way right now. Just got around Strogeny here, but you see Ryan Bean did get around Campbell. We've seen that live through the bus stop, and now Bean stretching that distance between himself and Stealth Motorsports teammate Nathan Campbell as he tries to track down Gino Morrow, who has been leading this thing now for a number of laps. 15 laps to go, Jeremy. That's still a lot of time for a lot of things to happen.
Last lap, Ryan Bean was 2 seconds back. This time by 1.5. So half a second earned from Ryan Bean over the 71 as he's trying to look under the 14, and the 14 does not give him the slack needed. So he backs it down to go single file to the bus stop. Probably the best call he could possibly make. Now there goes Travis wide. Lets Ryan Bean by, and now he's going to look at the 81 Scott Shive to make the pass potentially here after turn 6. And there he goes to the inside. Pass completed. We're going to go single file here into turn number 7. And there you go. Looks like a very much more conservative approach here to turn 7. You said it best earlier, Dustin. There was almost looked like someone laid down oil on the track, and everyone was just slipping slide. Like the 14 digits right there.
Oh yeah, and I mean we've seen that too. I've seen Gino Maro's car get, I mean, just a little out of sorts going through turn seven and eight as well. So, and that was a good call by being there to back off and wait for the, the potential pass opportunity from Strajny, especially how hard he hit that first kink in the bus stop. Man, he popped that thing up almost off all four wheels. So very, very tough area to try to pass at. But I mean, Ryan Bean's trying to do everything he can. My little notification thing here, a little off track here. Woohoo! That would be why it was a little off track. He cut it a little loose there. And we got some smoke going through there too. Not sure what that was. Somebody coming in pit road. Brian Fine coming in pit road. So that's where that smoke in turn 8 came from.
Pour on that there. Rest of the track remains clear. Right now, Gino Mero upped his lap time or a distance 1.6 over the 28 last time by. He's got one more car to pass, and he's got a ton of fresh air. Just got to get around Cabin Rough here, and then there is just time for days in between Cabin and the next driver. Clean pass from the 71 over the 99. He's going to need to find the 28 99 in a bad spot here so he can extend that lead just a little bit more. Ryan Bean is faster on average, so that's his last pick he can use for quite some time. 13 out of 12 and a half laps remaining here with this base P out of 45.
Yeah, and he caught him at a good spot because we know we got the bus stop coming up, which is a hard place to pass. So Ryan Bean's going to at least have to wait until after the bus stop. And Cabin Rough gets loose in front of him. Oh, and Ryan Bean makes contact. Cabin Rough around. Not sure what damage is going to be on that one. And that's why that is a tough, tough place here. You see the next set of drivers going wide. Cabin Rough is going, but what damage do we have to the left front on that one there? That was a hard hit, Jeremy. A really hard hit, though, for no faster than they were going.
Yeah, Cavin's right rear is pushed in quite a bit. I think the 28's just fine. So, let's be kind of looking over at the replay side of things here. Long replay. What's happening in the bus stop?
Yeah, I'm trying to get there. There it was. See, I got there.
Here we go. So we're going to look through the bus stop here. And this is what it looks like. 99 just gets loose off that second bump. There to see it. Kicks it sideways and locks it down right in front of your second place driver and literally nowhere to go. I know people aren't too happy about that, particularly 99, but when you go back and look at that replay, that angle right there clearly showing just Ryan Bean had, even if he locked it down, he couldn't really have anything going for him here. And chaos in the bus stop, Dustin. Just gotta watch this on my screen. We're 3 wide entering turn 6. Over here, just past or behind the 99 Cabin Rough. Everyone just really got checked up there by that set of corners. Pretty crazy. I don't know if you want to back it up or not, but kind of soothed itself out after just like that in a couple of corners. Here we go. Yeah, right in front of the number 3 here. I didn't give any details. I just said there was action on the track. Expecting you to know exactly where it is, of course.
Right.
So here it is. See, that was after the little post. Got cars jumping, curbs, cutting corners. Jack Simpson saying, I'm going to go 3 wide.
Oh, my. Three wide at Watkins Glen. Robert Fitzpatrick Sr., man, he was stuck in the center there and just... that's where that crash come up. I seen that thing registered and hadn't got there yet because we were covering the action that you had called out, and that was actually that he come off that last set of rumble strips, was 3 wide. Oh, a little bit of help there from Watkins as he was just trying to stay out of the way, and he just got plumb bumped, moved out of the way there. Well, what do you call that, Jeremy? Is that a graduate?
There was a couple of graduates from the ever infamous Full Send University, FSU, the only FSU I'll ever cheer for. And yeah, Calvin Ruff was a part of that. You saw Nathan Campbell. He just shipped the 24 as well. So quite a few people have shipped themselves even. Ryan Bean included. Adam about another one.
Yep.
Doesn't matter if you got assistance from your local service for shipping, or if you just want to put yourself in a box and throw yourself across the bay. That's it. So FSU picking up a lot of graduates here this evening.
Oh, for sure. And like I said, I mean, it's a tough track, Jeremy. I mean, these drivers, it is astonishing how just mentally exhausting road courses are. And I didn't realize that until, I mean, before my shoulder injury to where I had to take a step back from special events. You recently got me involved in the special events. So we see Calvin Ruff cutting the grass again. He's out there helping the lawn service individuals. They missed a spot there, so he's sitting here and just cutting them. But what I was saying was you recently got me involved in the special events and the endurance road racing and everything else. And it's surprising at how mentally exhausting those races are. I mean, you get done even with a 6-hour event. By the time you're done, and you don't run the whole 6 hours because you do it with a team, but you're still just, I mean, wiped. It takes a lot out of you for these drivers to keep hitting their marks, lap in, lap out, and then from time to time have to adjust their line away from their marks to race another driver. It's taxing. It's exhausting.
It really can be, absolutely. And I wanted to shout out Michelle Rittenberry for making the punchlines for us. Man, he got roughed up.
Speaking of roughed up, we got a battle for the lead right now between Morrow and Bean.
We do. Here we go to the outside. Ryan Bean's looking. He's been tracking about a half a second up until this lap. Actually, the past couple corners, he has found the gains he needed necessary to get to the back bumper of Gino Merrill. This is your race lead. We're going to have 8 laps to go at the line once they get to this next corner, turn 8. He gets a little bit of a safety net on entrance, gets the corner exit, and he's going to delete himself off the track. There we go. We're back.
Yeah,
Nope,
I'm gone.
Maybe not.
I'm back.
Welcome to the virtual world on the internet. Things happen like that that you cannot simulate in the real life. I hope not, anyways. But look at this. This is going to be a fun one. Brian Bean's going to play the patience game, wait for the mistake. Remember, he's got 7.5 laps with the faster car. He can do this. He can hang back and just wait for the mistake.
And that's what he's doing. A lot of this is a mental game. Ryan Bean doesn't have to pressure Gino Morrow at this point in time. It's not the last lap or anything else. He doesn't have to pressure him. He just has to ride there and, and show him, hey, I'm here. He doesn't have to go up there and try to initiate the pass or anything else. Just apply that hard pressure. See if there can't be a mental break like that. I mean, that's racing 101, Jeremy. It's as much mental as it is physical.
Yeah, Talladega Daytona, very mentally challenging tracks. Nothing on the physical side, but all mental. Watkins Glen's a good combination of both mentally and physical, because you get a lot of straightaways to relax, but then you still have braking, like turn 1. It takes a lot of mental to hit your marks correctly, not overdrive it, because you're driving downhill into a sharp corner. The bus stop, if you hit it just wrong, we've seen multiple cars spin out. That's a mental check to make sure you hit your marks perfectly every time, or else you're going to ship yourself. And then shout out to that commercial from whoever that was, if you know what I'm talking about, the ship it.
Oh, yeah, ship it.
Just ship my drawers.
Yep.
Yeah. There we are. So Ryan Bean's giving himself a little bit extra room here into the bus stop. Overshoots the third kink into the fourth. Now all of a sudden he's going to fall back a touch here, allowing the 71 for a little breathing room.
Yeah, still plenty of time though, Jeremy. I mean, there's still 7 laps to go right now. I mean, they're still tracking really good, but they got to be careful because Nathan Campbell is still in the frame there. You see him right now. He is that other bozo colored car and painted car there. That's not Nolan Potter. So he is there. So if these guys get too racy, let's say they start doing a little door banging and slowing each other up, Nathan Campbell is going to close that gap fast. So that's definitely in the back of the minds of both Morrow and Bean at this point in time while they're racing each other.
Yeah, the 45 just kind of waiting patiently, 1 second back. So it's really a 3-car race for the race lead here with 6 laps to go for the Space Panda 45. Gino Mero, Ryan Bean, Nathan Campbell, Jack Simpson, and Harold Watkins is your top 5 currently here. You see, there's your fourth place rather. He is all the way back in turn 1 now, turn 2, while the leaders are in the bus stop. That gives you a visual of how far the leaders are out compared to even the drivers inside this top 5. Back to your race lead. This is where all the action is right now. Ryan Bean in the orange car, Gino Mero in the blinky yellow car, and then Nathan Campbell, Mr. Bozo himself, lurking there with his red balloon in hand. Let's see if he can pick up second or first.
Yeah, and I just feel that that Ryan Bean is just kind of holding his time for that reason right there, because Gino's really laying it all out there, and he got loose, lost rear grip coming out of turn 8. Now side by side into turn 1. This is such a tough place to go side by side, and you see that Morrow is able to bring it back forward again, which he would have had the preferred lane anyway, going down into turn 2, being another right-hander as well. And he gaps it on that one there. So I still have a feeling that that's exactly what Ryan Bean is doing, knowing Gino's running it super hard and seeing if those tires are going to get heated up, seeing if he's going to lose traction so that he can try to pounce like that. But look at what it did. Look at how much Nathan Campbell closed up just through that interaction and just through that side-by-side down the front stretch.
Yeah, now he's definitely within a half a second of his teammate here. Losing a little bit of ground in the carousel, though. Maxed down a little bit. Gino Mero, after that mistake there off of the last corner last lap, able to re-gap the 28 by a couple car lengths. Let's see if we can get a good revision of turn 8. Oh, 2 cars way wide right behind him there. They stay straight, they stay green. And looks like some people talking about that turn 7 entrance. They went super wide there.
Yeah, and these drivers here still laying it all out, Jeremy. This is your race right now. You got your podium are all in the same shot. That is first, second, and third. They are all right there in the same shot as they're going through, Jeremy. 4 laps to go as these drivers are letting everything hang out on that track right now. Oh, man, Gino sat here and really cutting that bus stop entry there. These guys are going through. Now this carousel, this is where Bean and Morrow were really gapping Campbell on that one, so we'll have to see what's going on. You see Richie Coy going off into turn 7 right now. He's still trying to bounce back just outside the top 10 for Coy in 12th. Not what he was wanting, especially after such a strong qualifying effort, but staying in it. You see these drivers, Jeremy, they're just... This is going to be a good race. I think it's going to come down to a mistake by a driver. That's what's going to really change up the order on this one here, unless Ryan Bean is really going to get aggressive and really try to push at any opening that Gino Morrow would leave.
Yeah, they're keeping our screen focused here. That turn 7 really wide approach in the corner that I mentioned a lap ago. That was with the 36 of Gage Wenzel and the 12 of Robert Fitzpatrick. We have beef. If we had the graphic, you would have it there. The 12 waited for the 36, and then all of a sudden drove in side by side, and then he's going to give him a nice little slam. But these next 10 cars, they can take a beating. So it kept the 36 straight, and then 12 goes down pit road after that. So a little bit of a cat and mouse, waiting for the prey. Did not execute well.
We
on
got
the,
beef.
on the attack. Yeah, we got beef. And can't wait for that graphic next year. But we're almost 2 laps to go, Dustin. Does Ryan Bean make a move? He's stuck right now within that 1 car length.
Well, and here's the thing. With Ryan Bean, he doesn't necessarily have to. I mean, I know drivers want to get a win, but he doesn't have to. Gino Morrow is not in the playoffs as it sits right now. So it... maximizing points. Don't put yourself in a precarious predicament that could cost you a whole lot more. I mean, we've already seen playoff drivers kind of get the bad end of deals and everything else. Brian Fine, we've seen this track already collect a number of victims So at what point, Jeremy, do you say, you know what, it's not worth it. If I sit here and try to push it, I'm gonna wreck myself and possibly Gino and maybe my teammate behind me. I think it might be best just to kind of ride. At what point do you come to that conclusion and just kind of let it ride?
I don't know. I just know that Gino Mero has no wins in this season, and Ryan Bean has, I think, double digits almost at this point in total for the whole year. So, do you let him have it, or do you let him try to earn every dollar for this win? White flag is going to be in the air, presented by Elevated Esports Racing.
One more lap around this track, Jeremy, and Ryan Bean got loose out of turn 8. So Morrow was able to get a little bit of breathing room going off into turn 1, which is nice. It allows him to really set that up. So now the chase is on. Final lap, like you said, presented by Elevated Esports Racing. And a car length and a half separates Morrow and Bean as they work through the S's down the back straight right now. Morrow does have a good lead. This bus stop, though, has proven to be a tricky section of the track. Can the drivers get through it? Right now, it looks a little bit of cut there by Morrow. Morrow really struggled through there. Ryan Bean all over. This could be it. Going through the carousel, Jeremy. Off the carousel right now. Race is on. Morrow has given it everything he has after that little slip up through the bus stop.
Ryan Bean had the best bus stop of his life, and Gino put the binders on it, did not allow him to take advantage of it. Gets through the carousel, gets through 7. Ryan Bean gives him the bumper. He tried it. And he's going to take out his teammate in the meantime. The 71 Smart Food Chevrolet Camaro will win tonight's race for the Space Panda 45. Chaos at the end there between first and second. And Gino Mero cashes in the paycheck with the first one of the 2024 season for himself.
Wow, what a crazy finish on that one, Jeremy. And he did, man. Ryan Bean, I don't know if that was just frustration from the bus stop situation, but he just full sent it right into the back end of Gino Morrow through there. And then what made it worse was after that happened, he ended up collecting his teammate there and sent Nathan Campbell down the track. I mean, the only positive side was 4th place was so far back, being Jack Simpson, that Campbell was still able to get back going again. But, man, odd turn of events there for sure on that one is you just see Ryan Bean say, hell with it. Straight into the wall it goes.
Had the fastest time in practice, the fastest qualifying lap, the fastest race pace. Except for pit stops, which usually the 28 really succeeds at. Did not execute for whatever reason. Gino Mero did a fantastic job, and that was the difference. Track position. What's what won Gino Mero his first checkered flag this season. And we got the... Actually, I want to touch first. 4th place. You said Jack Simpson was far behind. These top 3 were all within 2 seconds. 4th place was 21.8 seconds back. Crazy amount of difference between 3rd and 4th as they're getting congratulatory bumps to the 71. Well earned. But here it is, the unofficial results tonight. Presented by Space Panda, of course. Gino Mero, Ryan Bean, Nathan Campbell are your podium top 3. Jack Simpson 4th, Timothy Watson 5th, Harold Watkins 6th, Corey Denk in 7th, Zach Strenthal in 8th, Brock Potter 9th, Nolan Potter in 10th. 11th place, Dwayne Furtick. 12th place in your last car on the lead lap is the 19 of Richie Coy. 13th, Gage Wenzel. 14th, Travis Strogeny. 15th, Kevin Rupp. 16th, Bob Fitzpatrick. 17th will be Michael Sheffield. Then it goes Alexander Hodge, Brandon Gagnon, Dalton Wicker to round out the top 20. 21st on back is Robert Fitzpatrick Sr., Christopher James, Scott Shive, Brian Fine, Justin Hendry, Jonathan Cogswell, Adam Boughton, Max Kost, Tony Ludy, Zach Wilson. Completes the 30 cars. We're going full screen. We're going to talk to our top 3 momentarily. We'll be right back. And welcome to the Martin Sports Post Race Show. Looks like we got 2 of our top 3 ready to talk tonight. We'll see if the third one, Mr. Ryan Bean, joins us here. But third place finisher, the number 45, Nathan Campbell. Congratulations on third place, man.
Thank you, guys. What's going on?
Very exciting race. A lot of people getting shipped by others or by themselves. A lot of words exchanged on the radios. Been a lot of fun up here on the booth side of things. I have to ask you a non-race question first. Your paint scheme has the question right on it. Why are you the stealth bozo of the week?
Well, so we started this whole betting thing, you see.
There we go.
TikTok,
Dustin's right.
So we all had to choose a parlay bet, and whoever doesn't hit their parlay bet has to run the old bozo car. So, and then the bozo also is the one that has to pay for the parlay the following week. So any proceeds go to a team trip fund. So we've all been able to meet up a couple times. So now we're gonna try our hand at betting to pay for the entire trip. But I'm sure you guys know how that is going so far.
Well,
I called it, Jeremy. I called it.
you did. You absolutely did. And based off this scheme, they're not going to rely on you for those funds, it looks like.
Now, I had an ugly bet, but I don't know if you noticed, but Nolan was also a bozo.
Yes,
We did. We did.
So this will be the only week where 2 of us are running the bozo. This was a makeup week for Nolan. But going forward, there should only be one bozo, the clown car. It's just going to be one of the 6 stealth members.
Unless everybody hits their parlays, then you won't see it.
Exactly. If you don't see it, you know that we won. So
There you go. Very good stuff, man. That's fun. I love the idea that hopefully we don't see it, but at the same time, I really want to see that car on the track one more time. So
I want to see
looking
Ryan
forward to that.
Bean in a bozo car. That's I want to see that.
I know he's been playing it pretty safe. I went off the wall and took North Texas for college football last weekend, and I don't know if anybody paid attention to that game, but they got absolutely trounced. So I lost that bet by a good old 49 points. Not a good look.
Which one of you picked FSU? Because that team.
None of us did. None of us.
Okay,
did.
they're not showing up like they should have, right?
Well, Zach graduated from Memphis, so he should have known that Memphis was going to play good against them, but he didn't even bet on them. So crazy.
Man, missed opportunities.
Yeah,
All
right.
right, man. Well, back to the track here, just for a quick question. Chaos all over the place from our end. How fun was the next gen cars here at Watkins Glen this time?
Oh, I love it. I know Bean loves it. It's just fun having just straight up skill track. I definitely made a early mistake that really hurt. Almost looping it out of turn 1 there. And then from there on, I think Gino didn't take tires on the pit stop. I think that's what got him out in front. And then from there, holy cow, the lap cars were just parking right in front of you. So that was rather frustrating. And I'm sure you heard exchanges over the radio there. But it's just like, man, there's no one around. Like, we're racing for the lead. Like, just let us go, man. Just let us go. So that's just something we deal with every single week. There's nothing new. That's how racing is, though. You're gonna get that no matter where you're at. Even the Cup guys deal with the same thing. So it's all in good fun, man. But all in all, I had a blast. I'm glad I was there at the end. I was shocked that Bean wasn't able to get around Gino, but we were also close in speed. I think Bean was definitely the fastest car, but it's just so hard to pass. It's really hard to set it up. I know he had a lot of time to do it, so I know he's frustrated with it. But he actually had to hop off. I'm not sure what's going on there. He said something's going on with his family, so I'm not sure what they're doing. I don't think it's anything serious by any means, but just a heads up, he's not going to be hopping on.
Okay, I was kind of curious about that for sure. And these cars are tanks. They've seen a couple cars get slammed in the rear end, including from Ryan to Gino in the final corner, and they don't budge. So,
yeah, that was surprising. I thought I was going to get a free win there, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I thought you were too, for sure.
Catbird seat. Here we go.
Yeah. I was like, I'm loving it for a second, seeing him battle, and I'm like, oh, he's gonna get side by side with him in no time, and I'm gonna be right there to take advantage, but just never quite was able to do it. So definitely a tough track, man. It's loosey goosey out there.
All right, man. Well, congrats on P3. Minus the app that you used to fail your parlay. Who would you like to thank out there tonight?
Yep. Super ATV like usual. You guys know to hit me up for any side by side ATV parts. Just got to thank Harold for the absolutely ridiculous Bozo the Clown paint like usual. He's always coming out with that fire paint job. So appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for putting it on. I'm sure it'll be a fun broadcast to watch back.
It was a blast from my perspective. Dustin might concur with that, but
Absolutely.
I
It
see
was
the head
it was
nod,
fun
yeah.
to watch you guys clown around.
Oh yeah.
This guy, let me tell you. All right, man. Have a good rest of your night. We'll
All right.
catch you next Tuesday.
All right. Adios, guys. Have a good one.
You too. That was Nate Campbell in the 45 with our extended interview because, well, he had to make up for Ryan Bean not being here. So thank you to Nate for extended time frame with him. Now, this man, well deserved of this interview. The 71 Gino Mero, congratulations on the victory tonight.
Thank you, man.
I think this is your first win this year. You got a lot of people hitting you up on the track after the checker flags, giving you the congratulatory bump. I heard Nathan Campbell kind of spoil your playing no tires for the 71, and you're able to hold off the fastest guy all night long. Walk us through those laps and how you're able to do it.
Start of the race, it was pretty tough. I mean, throughout all of these weeks, ever since I got led into this league, big shout out to the league owner, Anthony. He does a good job setting up these races. And honestly, this is second to Coke, honestly, with like how green it goes. I've been a part of leagues that's just a caution fest and there's no racing. But this is real racing. But I come home every single time from work and I got 8 minutes of practice. And I do as many laps as I can before today and got good pace. Start of the race was decent. Held position. Was trying to get to the 45 and 23. They were pretty hooked up together, even though it's a road course and just dirty air and it being cold on track didn't help. But with the whole no tire situation, like a big shout out to my friend over there, spotter and crew chief. He said I should take rights, and it just really let the car slide how it wanted to and let it use the whole slip angle in the S's. But yeah, it's it's crazy. I'm still shaking here, man.
Technical part of the aspect. Take right sides to let the car hit the slip angle through the bus stop. Who plans that further ahead for someone who had 8 minutes of practice? So whoever your friend was, your crew chief, job well done on that call. That was impressive. So the
Should
Smart
definitely get a
Foods
raise.
car. Oh yeah, 100%, right? Smart Foods car makes the smart calls of the night, gets the job done. Gino, welcome to Victory Lane here. First time this year, well earned. Hell of a drive to hold them off, two of the fastest guys in the league all year round. And so, floor is yours. Final thoughts before we let you go tonight.
Big shout out to Seth, Chimera Creative, for making the paint scheme. He makes my paint schemes for free, and I just shout him out every time I'm on a broadcast or anything. So big shout out to him, and congratulations to him winning the competition to go to Phoenix to unveil his truck that he designed for. I forgot the driver, but it's gonna be good, and this is a good note to end off a hard day and a hard night.
Yeah, 10-4 on that, man. Awesome stuff once more. Maybe we'll see you in the podium a little bit more as the season tailors off to the end, but congratulations. Have a good rest of your night.
Hell yeah, man. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Very excited, Gino Mero. He was out of breath, Dustin, but for all the right reasons, this man picks up a checker flag tonight.
Oh, absolutely. It's always good to see drivers get their first win like that. And at such a technical and difficult track too, definitely a driver's track. And we were kind of joking around leading up to the post-race show presented by Martin Sports that, man, I don't know what it is about Watkins Glen, but it's like a short track. It always brings out the beef. We always have, that short track style temper. And I joked around that I think the next time that we come here, we should call this the USDA Prime Cuts 45, just because of the beef that it brings. So, but it was Watkins Glen. I mean, it's amazing racing. Heartbreak on some of the situations that happened. Richie Coy going into the bus stop and then looping it there, but was able to rebound to just outside the top 10. We've seen accidents. We've seen the bus stop in turn 7 be such the tricky set of technical parts of this track that just gave so many drivers, problems, to include even Ryan Bean going through turn 7, looped it right after pit stop. So this track definitely showed its face and its technicality to these drivers throughout the entire race, and that was to veteran drivers, new drivers. It definitely showed why it should be a mainstay on any schedule for sure.
I think you should talk to the admins, Dustin. Next week is Bristol. So the USDA beef name could be next week.
Oh.
Yeah, a lot of sparks started tonight, and they could turn into flames next week.
They could. Charbroiled even. I mean, if we're going to sit here and
There
keep
you
these
go.
meat puns going.
It's a great idea. It's
It
a
is.
great
It
idea.
is.
We should advertise it as soon as they sign off. We're going to the Discords. We're going to message them and see what they think of it. But we're going to send this thing off to close. Thank you guys for joining in. 15, 16 viewers consecutively, I think, for the most part tonight. So, of course, appreciate that very much. Helps us bring this kind of content to you every single week, especially on the Tuesdays for RSR. But we're going to let
Thank
Scott
you,
Martin
Thomas
take it
Pope.
from-
Gotta
Oh,
thank
yeah.
Thomas Pope as well. On the chats, man. I tell you what, keep bringing those rhymes and those poems, man. I love it. And thank you, like Jeremy said, to everybody that joins in and watches and everybody that comments. We love you guys commenting. That's what makes it even more fun for us, is because we love bringing you guys in. So from all of us here at Nerditudes and Nerd TV to you guys, thank you so much.
Absolutely. Scott Martin, take it from here. You guys, stay safe. Get your nerd on.
This presentation is brought to you in part by
Martin Sports. Get the apparel, look stylish, be badass with apparel from Martin Sports. martinsports.gg. iRacing iFlag. Must-have flag marshaling system for any aspiring sim racer. Get yours today at iracingiflag.com. Boomer button boxes. Total sim control at your fingertips. boomerbuttonboxes.com. If you race hard, then you need to rock hard.
And no station gets you harder than
iRock935.com. If you're a collector and that's your game, then Dusty Pete's, that's the name. Dusty Pete's.
Back when nothing truly